It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. On the return, it's Ryan Smith. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now Jackson. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Jalen Smith, the NFC's leading tackler in 2020, there on the stop defensively. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here is Eckler. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Back to throw here, Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run out.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Jackson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now Prescott. And this one quickly to Lamb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
Kenneth Murray, the Chargers' leading tackler, is a rookie last year, in on the stop. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. The give is to Elliott. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Left side to Lamb. And they'll get him down short of the 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Zerline's kick is up and through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They run on 1st down with Jackson. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 30 yards. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2. And they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Prescott now. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Prescott now, option right. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Toss left to Elliott. Oh, he shifts past him. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
The veteran in his first year with the Cowboys, Brian Anger, on to punt. As he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Johnson on the return. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He finds his target, Allen. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big gain of 39 on third.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
Running on first down, Eckler. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott, and that's Elliott, complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll give to Elliott. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. Amari Cooper, the intended target. Prescott on first down. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Throwing, Prescott. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On second down, Elliott once more. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have a Cowboys first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he's not going to get in as a try for two comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Charger drive about to get going. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. It's Eckler again. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 65 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, it's Jackson. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Here's Jackson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run on first down. It's Jackson down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 2nd down, another carry for Jackson.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Flushed out right. It's a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover. A shotgun snap for Herbert. It's complete to Cook. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Rolling to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Herbert now. They'll set up the screen here to Justin Jackson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can...
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Micah Parsons brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Badgley able to knock this one through. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on fourth and goal anyway, but the sack on third down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a two-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. That catch good for only a couple.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down. Here's Prescott. Outright completes it to Jarwin. Touchdown, Cowboys! Blake Jarwin from 19 yards away. And the Cowboys have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the fourth. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A handoff. It's Eckler. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. On the run, this is Jackson. The broken tackle couldn't create a ton of space. He'll be taken down just beyond the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Play action. It's Herbert. And a throw right sideline is complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Jalen Guyton, 63 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Kyler Fackrell. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. This to Jarwin. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
They got the completion. Now, they probably had 2 plays called in the huddle, so they've got to get to the line of scrimmage, get set, and run their 4th down play.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. They'll get 19 yards there. And the Cowboys are going to get a first down. Now Prescott. And he fires one incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's Dak. He finds his man, complete. That's Elliott. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Dak. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down one. That extra point is not a gimme.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. They're going to try and run for it. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds,
he takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Here's Prescott. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Chargers, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.